Hey guys, this is your friend Anvesh, and I'm going to give you the transit results for the sign of Aries for the month of February 2023. So let me start with your ascendant lord, which is Mars, which is right now it is in the second house of your chart. So I'm going to mark it up. This is Mars, and it is in the second house, and its aspect is going to be on the fifth house, the eighth house, and the ninth house. So Mars in the second house, right? Second house is the house of communication. It is the house of family. It is the house of wealth. And Mars in the second house, in the sign of Taurus, it is going to give you about a lot of beneficial results regarding that, because it is a friendly sign to Mars, and Mars itself is a fire energy, so you have to be a little careful this month about the way you speak to people, because Mars is the fire energy. It is giving you a lot of fire, a lot of aggression, a lot of anger in the terms of the way you speak to people. So you have to be a little careful about that, because Mars is the fire energy, and it is situated in the second house, which is the house of the way you speak, right? So yeah, your wealth is going to be fine, your family is going to be fine, you are going to get a lot of connection with your family, you're going to have a lot of passion with your family. So you have to it is a great time for that. And your Mars first aspect is going to go in the fifth house is the house of love, right? And the house of children, it is the house of feelings, right? How you feel, how your mind works. So Mars energy in this house is going to bring a lot of passion in your relationships, in your love life, in the terms of the way you are attached to your children, in the terms of your education, how you are feeling. So it is going to give you a lot of passion, and you're going to feel amazing about it. So Mars second aspect is going to be on your eighth house. Eighth house is the house of age. It is the house of misfortune. It is the house of secrets. So Mars is going to Mars is not a kind of planet that brings out secret from some place, but it is a fire energy. It is going to affect your eighth house. So you have to be a little careful about your health. You can get into some minor accidents, like getting a toe hurt or something. So that kind of stuff can happen, because Mars energy, it is its own sign, right? It is Scorpio, and it is also ruled by Mars, but it is going in the eighth house. So Mars is not that kind of planet that brings out secret from something, but it still is a planet which has a lot of fire. So it is going to affect you in the eighth house, and it is going to give you a lot of intimacy. A lot of intimate feelings can come, a lot of pushing down of secrets, like you can think about something, and it can be with a lot of passion, a lot of intimacy, a lot of romance, that kind of stuff. Not kind of romance, kind of intimate things, like that. And so now let's go to the third aspect of Mars third aspect is going to be on your ninth house. Ninth house is the house of luck, and it is a very friendly planet house. It is the house of Jupiter, and Mercury is in it. So let me tell you what's happening in the Mars looking at the ninth house. So it is the house of luck, and Mars is the ascendant lord. It is going to increase the luck a lot. It is going to give a lot of fire energy to this house. So so your luck is going to be awesome this month, because Mars is helping you overall. So the second most beneficial planet is going to be the Sun. Sun is going to aspect in the fourth house. Sun is right now in the Capricorn, in a very enemy sign of Sun. It is the sign of Capricorn, and it is ruled by Saturn. And Sun doesn't like to be in this house, because it is enemy house. So there can be some issues regarding profession. It can be issues regarding some conflicts with your boss, your father. Things like that can happen. So it is not very good for career, as per as I may say. But still, because it is a fiery planet, it can give you a lot of passion regarding career. You can think a lot about how to develop yourself, how to build yourself, how to keep yourself up, right? So it is going to give you a lot of hard work, a lot of passion. Yeah. So Suns is going to aspect your fourth house, and it is the house of mother. It is the house of comforts. So it is going to give you a lot of It is going to give you a lot of fire energy in the house of Cancer. It is the fourth house, right? And moon is going to be moving all around this month, and every 2.5 days it changes place, it goes to various places. So it is the controller of your fourth house. So that kind of stuff can happen, that you're going to think a lot about a few things. So let me talk about sun first. So sun is the ruler of fifth house, and it is placed in the 10th house. So it is going to give you a lot of passion in your field, in the field of your career, in your profession, in regarding your father. But it still is going to give you a lot of conflicts regarding your boss and people that you might work with. Now the third most beneficial planet for Aries ascendants is Jupiter. Jupiter is in the 12th house, and it is in its own sign, but it is not a very good placement of Jupiter, because the 12th house, it is not considered very good, but it is good for traveling abroad. You can travel abroad, you can make friends abroad. Your luck, this is the house of Jupiter, and this is the house of Jupiter. So your luck is kind of situated offshore. So you might be, you will still be lucky, but still the effects of Jupiter is not very profound in this house. So you need to, so the aspects of Jupiter is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this house, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So Jupiter aspect on this house, it is going to be the fourth house. It is going to give you a lot of comfort regarding your comforts of life. It is going to give you some attachment with your mother. It is going to give you a lot of help you in getting some properties and stuff. So you might be engaged in that. So its aspect is going to be on the sixth house, which is the house of enemies. Jupiter is not very it's Jupiter energy is not very good for the sixth house. It can make you some enemies, because Jupiter is not very a fighter planet. So it can make you some enemies, so you have to be careful about that. And Jupiter energy is going to go in your eighth house, and that is also not a very good placement for Jupiter, not a placement of Jupiter, not for aspect of Jupiter. And it is not expecting any cruel planet or benefic planet. So nothing here is like good right now. So the placement of Jupiter in the 12,000 not very good right now for you guys. Now let us go to the other planets that are more neutral or beneficial for this sign. So let me go with Moon. So Moon is in the third house. It is going to change its place for in 2.5 days. It is going to get here, then here, then here, then here. So it is going to change its place every 2.5 days. So things when it's going to get with Ketu, it is going to be a little more, you might be a little more stressed about relationship, about business. If it is going to go with Mercury, it will help you in getting a lot of luck, because Mercury is helping you get a lot of luck right now. When it is going to go with Sun, it is going to be a new moon. And with Saturn and Venus, it is also not very good, but it is okay. With Jupiter, it is going to be okay. With Rahu, it is going to give you a lot of tensions. And with Mars, it is going to be okay. So if you have any chart where you can see the transit results, you may check it where the placement of Moon is. So that is how it is going there. Now let us come to Mercury, right? So Mercury is in the ninth house, and it is ruling your third house and your sixth house. Mercury is not a very good planet for this sign. So but it is in the sign, it is in the house of luck. So Mercury's placement in the house of luck is going to be like, you will be your luck will be kind of engaging you in some troubles regarding to your efforts and your diseases, right? The risks that you are going to take, right? So the thing is that if you take risks in this time, it is going to be very beneficial for you, because the Lord of sixth house is going to go in the ninth house. So it is the house of enemies, of diseases, of loans, and unfortunate events. So Mercury's placement in this house, it is telling you that you go out and take risk, and it will help you. So Mercury is going to help you in that. In third house is the house of efforts and the house of art, and third house is the house of siblings. So Mercury's placement in the ninth house, you're going to get a lot of benefit from siblings, but still you have to be careful, because Mercury is the kind of planet right now, because it is the ruler of sixth house. It is telling you that you go out and you work for it and you take risks, and it is going to benefit you. Okay, now let's go to with Venus. Venus is at 12 degrees in the sign of Aquarius. It is a sign of Saturn, and soon it will be moving to the 12th house. Well, Sun is also going to move from 10th house to 11th house, and it is going to get very close with Saturn, and it is going to combust Saturn. And it is already, Saturn is combusted. So I'll go to it in a minute. So let me tell you about Venus. So Venus is at 12 degrees in the sign of Aquarius, and it is going to go in the 12th house, and its aspect is going to be on the 5th house. So it is going to be very good regarding your income, regarding progression that you're going to make in your life, right? So Venus is helping you overall. If you have dasha or prep period of Venus open right now, so it can be very good for your income and for progression that you're going to make. Venus is going to aspect your 5th house, right? And 5th house is the house of, it is where Venus works extremely good in the 5th house, because 5th house is the house of love. It is the house of feelings. It is the house of children. So it is going to give you a lot of passion regarding that. Mars is also aspecting the 5th house, so it is also going to give you a lot of passion regarding that. Okay, now Saturn is combusted right now, because Sun is very close to Saturn, right? And Saturn is 1 degrees, and it is going to be in Aquarius for 2.5 years. So it is a very good time regarding making incomes on the field of progression, especially in the field of career, because your 10th lord is going to go in the 11th house, and it is in its own sign. So it is going to be amazingly good in the field of your progression, your career. So it is amazing right now. Okay, now I have covered Mars, Moon, Mercury, Sun, Venus, and Saturn, right? And Jupiter. So let us go to Rahu and Ketu. The thing with Rahu and Ketu is every time Moon changes its sign, it goes from 2.5 days to another sign, right? And it is going to conjunct with Ketu or Rahu. It is going to make an eclipse yoga, right? So it can bring a lot of tensions in your life in that time, but it is okay right now. So let me tell you about Rahu. Rahu is in the 1st house, and it's getting a lot of confusions right now, because if your Rahu time period is open, it is a time for it is a very confusing time, because Rahu works like Saturn and is not very good. It is not a very benefic planet for Aries, because Mars and Aries are completely enemies. So Rahu working like Saturn, it is going to give you a lot of confusions in your life right now. It is not in a very good sign. And Ketu is in the 7th house, and it is in the sign of Libra. Libra is a good sign for Ketu, but still it is not a very benefic planet for Aries. So it is going to give you a lot of confusions. Still it is going to give you confusions in the field of business, in the field how you communicate with people, in the field of how you basically interact with people, how you interact with the world, how you interact with your spouse, how you interact with your wife, right? So it is going to be like that. So these two planets are going to be a little confusing for a while, but it's still not very bad, because most people are not going to have their dasha, or if they might have it's dasha, they might be a little confused, but still a lot of other planets are working in a great way for them, so it is not going to affect them very much. Okay, so guys, this was my reading for the transit of Aries for the month of February. Let me tell you how the planets are going to move right now. So the Sun is going to go in from Capricorn to Aquarius. Venus is going to go from Aquarius to Pisces, and Mercury is going to go from Sagittarius to Capricorn. Okay, so this month a lot of changes are going to happen. Moon is going to be moving for 2.5 days in each sign, and every time it conjuncts with Ketu is going to be a problem. With Mercury it is okay, Sun it is okay, Saturn and Venus it is okay, but Saturn is going to give Moon a little, a little more confusion and stuff. With Jupiter is going to be awesome. With Rahu it is going to be a little depressing, and with Mars it is going to be okay. So guys, this is my reading for the Aries sign for the month of February 2023. So I hope you guys like it, and if you want me to do your reading, your astrological chart reading, you can hit me up on FIVERR. My link is in the description. So tell me guys, how do you like this video? Okay.